Bangabandhu of the Department of Economics and Social Sciences, who has achieved a CGPA of 3.99 to come to the stage and deliver her speech.
Professor Jamilur Reza Choudhury, Pro-Vice Chancellor Dr. Mohammad Ghulam Samdani Fakir, Convocation speakers Professor Martha Alden Chen and Professor Chen, all my teachers, guests and fellow students. First of all, a big congratulations to all the graduates in this year's Convocation. I must say that I consider standing up here on behalf of you all, being your voice on such an important day of our lives, a truly profound privilege. This day begins a new chapter in our story and heralds us on to a new course of life. We may feel a little apprehensive as we step into the unknown, but it also ignites within us a strange sort of excitement as new opportunities and new possibilities are opened up for us. I know that I speak for everybody when I say that today would not have been possible if it were not for the guidance, love, and ceaseless patience of our parents. Parents, thank you for helping us rise up to our true potential and becoming the best that we can. We also owe deep gratitude to all our teachers for not only teaching us the necessary math, sciences, or economics, but for also imparting valuable life lessons. Standing here today, one cannot help but look back at all those years that made up our time at BRAC University. On this particular occasion, I'm reminded of my orientation at the BRAC Center, and I remember feeling nervous about all the years to come. At that point, 4 years seemed such a long time, but here I am today, and between now and then, it feels like just a moment has gone by. Today, I feel extremely fortunate at having received the opportunity to carry out my undergraduation here at BRAC University. This university's commitment to excellence has made it one of the top universities in the country in just a matter of 9 years. Its various scholarship programs not only make education widely accessible to students from all strata of society, but also acts as a stimulant for students to excel. I myself have been a beneficiary of such a scholarship program, having studied here with full tuition waiver the entire duration of my study. Besides its strong academic structure, BRAC University also provides various platforms for students to participate in extracurricular activities. In the third year of my undergraduation, a nomination from my department chairperson placed me in the study of the United States Institute for Student Leaders program. This was a 6-week-long leadership program in the US where I learned about its various public and private institutions. This program not only provided me with a window into the American society, but also gave me a broader and fresher perspective about our neighboring countries as I got to see them through the eyes of my fellow student leaders from India and Pakistan. Today, at the culmination of my undergraduation, I take away with me not only the benefits of an excellent education, but some everlasting friendships as well. Friendships that have enriched my time here in so many ways. After all, what makes an experience truly worthwhile are the human connections that we forge along the way. I would like to end my speech by leaving all my fellow graduates with a quote from Michelangelo. The greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and that we miss it, but that it is too low and we reach it. I hope that you all will take this quote to heart just as I have, and never constrain or limit yourself, and truly believe that the sky is the limit. Thank you.
Thank you, Nubaha, for your wonderful words. This year, we have two convocation speakers, Professor Chen and Professor Chen of Harvard University, USA. Due to constraint of time, we could not introduce them in the first half of our program. Now I would like to give a brief introduction of both the convocation speakers. Chen is a lecturer in public policy at the Harvard Kennedy School and international coordinator of the Global Research Policy Network Women in Formal Employment, Globalizing and Organizing Diego. An experienced development practitioner and scholar, she specializes in the links between employment, poverty, and gender. Before joining Harvard University in 1987, she lived in Bangladesh for 8 years, where she worked with BRAC as head of the women's program, and in India for 6 years, where she served as field representative of Oxfam America for India and Bangladesh. She is the author of numerous books, including an early book on BRAC entitled A Quiet Revolution, Women in Transition in Rural Bangladesh, and more recently, Progress of the World's Women 2005, Women, Work and Poverty. Professor Linclon C. Chen is president of the China Medical Board. Started in 1914, the board was endowed by John D. Rockefeller as an independent American foundation to advance health in China and Asia by strengthening medical education, research, and policies. Dr. Chen was the founding director of the Harvard Global Equity Initiative and in an earlier decade, the Taro Takimi Professor of International Health and Director of the University-wide Harvard Center for Population and Development Studies. Dr. Chen is a member of the National Academy of Sciences Institute of Medicine, the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, the World Academy of Arts and Sciences, and the Council on Foreign Relations. He graduated from Princeton University, Harvard Medical School MD, and the Johns Hopkins School of Hygiene and Public Health MBA. May I now request our second convocation speaker, Professor Linclon Chen of Harvard University, USA, to deliver his speech.
Chair, Vice Chancellor, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to follow my wife, Marty, in congratulating the graduates, the family, friends, and the faculty and staff for this celebratory occasion. I begin by offering an apology. Maaf kore. My Bangla is not anything as good as my wife. Abhi kichu Bangla hoti abhi. So I will have to refer to you. My congratulations will also be brief, as I know that I am the last remaining obstacle to all of you getting your diplomas. This is an auspicious time for you at BRAC University, because the BRAC brand name is rising, not only spreading around the world, but it is recognized for its association with excellence and social justice. In 10 days' time, following this convocation, on February 17th, BRAC's founder and chair, Fazle Hasan Abed, will be knighted by Queen Elizabeth at Buckingham Palace. The honor recognizes his and BRAC's unprecedented leadership in the advancement of human dignity, human security, and human freedom. I understand Abed is the first Bangladeshi to be so honored since 1942. Your education has benefited from Sir Fazle's search for and indeed insistence upon the highest quality education that can be provided in the world. In establishing BRAC University, I remember Abed created in the 1990s an expert group to advise him on how to produce the world's finest university. I was a professor at Harvard at that time, and I remember Abed seeking out the advice of a most distinguished committee, chaired by President Derek Bach, a 20-year president of Harvard University, populated by Frank Sutton, who crafted the Aga Khan University. Also, David Bell, who served as the budget minister under President John Kennedy. And of course, David Fraser, who was the former president of Swarthmore College, which is one of America's finest liberal arts colleges. Your education is the product of this and other founding efforts to create a unique learning center inextricably linked to BRAC, the NGO, the largest in the world. Ian Smiley's book, Freedom from Want, captures beautifully the BRAC story. As you receive your hard-earned diplomas in a few minutes, it may be worthwhile to remember the lessons from BRAC that can inform your life and your careers. And because I am a medical doctor, let me cite BRAC health programs to illustrate 3 simple lessons. First, you will inevitably encounter success and failure, but more success will come if you learn rather than run away from your mistakes. An example, tuberculosis is a killing disease, but it is curable if detected early and if patients take drugs for 6 months. The early BRAC programs failed because patients often dropped out after feeling better on drugs in 1 or 2 months. BRAC could have glossed over this failure, claimed success, and proceeded to expand the program. But, driven by the failure, BRAC innovated to require now every patient, when they are coughing up blood from tuberculosis, to pay in advance 100 taka to access the badly wanted treatment. Only if the patient takes the pills for a full 6 months will the patient earn their money back. But 25 taka is given to the health worker who has helped this patient complete the course successfully. Second, a good life should be driven by social values and social purpose, but tempered with pragmatism. For 4 decades, BRAC has striven to ensure access of the poor to basic health services. Many programs have been launched: rural doctors, paramedics, health insurance, essential drugs. Few proved to be economically and operationally sustainable. BRAC wanted to translate these social values and purpose in the real practical world and not simply aspire to greatness without implementation. So pragmatism led BRAC to produce the Shasta Shopping List, briefly trained community health workers who sell vital health products that both benefit the patient but also generates and earn modest income. Although selling health products cannot meet all of the poor's health needs, the pragmatism has created 74,000 Shasta shopping lists, now offering at least partial basic health care to those in greatest need. A final and third lesson: it is people that ultimately matter. BRAC's achievements did not arise from autopilot. Rather, its excellence and good work are due to the dedication, creativity, sacrifice of many people. Abed, who gave up a lucrative business career. Farouk, a wise counselor. Amin, the effective field commander. Hashmi, who directs the very cited Research Center and so many other BRAC leaders that are here, too numerous for me to cite individually. Graduates, throughout your life and career, it is people like these that will matter. Your family and friends who will support you. Your colleagues with whom you will work. And even those against whom you will compete. People will constitute the platform upon which your life and career will be shaped. I join them in saluting all of you and your futures. And now, I remove myself as the final barrier to your finally receiving your diplomas. Again, congratulations and thank you.
They are requested to come up to the stage to receive their medals. For the undergraduate program, from the Department of Architecture, Bangabandhu, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Nabila Nausheen, achieved a GPA of 3.80. Department of Business Administration, Fazle Hussain, CGPA 3.98. Mubaha Mahmood from the Department of Economics, CGPA 3.99. Nofela Nafisa Ahmed from the Department of Humanity, 3.94. M. Sanjeev Hussain, CGPA 3.81. Mohsina Yasmin of the Department of Development Studies, CGPA of 3.78. Kamelia Khan from the Department of Business Administration, CGPA of 3.91. Muhammad Saiful Hussain from Disaster Management, CGPA 3.91. Matthew James Reed from the School of Public Health, CGPA 3.98. Abu Saleh Muhammad Ubaidullah from the Government Studies, CGPA 3.95.
किसी देना কথা যাতে কাট করে না রেকর্ড দিয়ে রাখতে কথা মাঝে মাঝে যখন আমার আমি ব্যাটারি কিনবো যাও ব্যাটারি খুলে লাগাবো
Now proceed with the presentation of degree certificates by the Vice Chancellor to all those who have been conferred their degrees today. As I call out the departments and names of the candidates, please proceed to the stage to receive your certificates. Omar Farooq, Muhammad Mahmoud Rashid, Tamanna Jalal, Firdaus Habib Khan distinction, Sohana Akhtar, Abhik Dev distinction, Tahira Tabassum, Ahmed high distinction, Tasneem Mustafa, Ghazi Mohammad Fazle Rahim, Afsana Latif, Adrika Anwar, Farhana Kabir, Tasneem Binte Islam, Aisha Mateen Lili distinction, Tanmoy Chakraborty distinction, Naima Nausheen high distinction, Saima Sharmin Nika, Shakil Ahmed Shibul high distinction, Sifat Gauri, Sadia Afroz distinction, Faria Sharmin Akbar, Zillur Rahman, Shauli Samira distinction, Sharara Khan, Hasan Mahmud Ghulam Rabbani Mizan distinction, Qazi Miftahul Arifin highest distinction, Tania Afroz, Afsana Sharmi, Muhammad Iftekhar Haq, Rifat Araha. I now request the Chairperson of the Department of English and Humanities, Professor Fazle Hasan Abed, to come to the dais. Now I call out the names of the students. Roxana Mushira Habib distinction, Saima Khan, Naushid Shakila, Tamara Zaman, Samira Nafis,
Hey boss, 8 piece है तारो.
Shehri Nazrul, Monira Siddiq distinction, Sabrina Ram, Jainab Nabila Obaid, Salma Sultana, Rafila Nafisa Ahmed highest distinction, Safa Zalil, Ridwana Kabir Orchi highest distinction, Mahmouda distinction, Faiza Mohsina Choudhury Imrana Yasmin, Masuma Rahman, I now request the Chairperson of Physics Department, Professor Nazrul Ahmed, on the dais. Distinction, Mafruza Rubalina, Sabit Farisma Iftihar, Nur Hussain Mahmood, Distinction, Shumon Sarkar, Nabi Imani, Zillur Rahman, Sabrina Ahmed, High Distinction, Mehdi Hassan Bitu, ABM Linclon Choudhury, Mohammad Nurul Islam, Humayra Salam, Rakibul Bari Choudhury, Sahib-e-Kareem, Mohammad Mahbubul Alam, Zillur Rahman, Murtaza Motiwala, Priyanka Roy, Distinction, Modrunesa Putul, Tasnim Ahmed Mujahid, Distinction, Ehsanul Mohid, Distinction, Simon Ara Amin, High Distinction, Mahirin Hussain Toni, Highest Distinction, Mohammad Atifur Rahman, Shanjida Hanan Kofi, Choudhury Zaida Murshid, Sayyida Tasnuba Asan, Sayyid Jamilur Islam, Nafiza Nasrullah, Fazle Islam, Nashad Aziz, Anikita Islam, Afsana Ahmed Choudhury, Hassan Samir, Malik Asif Rushd, Highest Distinction, Khondawar Mohammad Shabbir Murshid, Samina Rabiul Alam, Sajid Jahan, Ifat Jamil, Chiranjit Boshak, High Distinction, Mohammad Asadul Rahman, Distinction, Famida Wadud Choiti, Mohammad Abdul Awal Taludar, Samara Sadri, Highest Distinction, Tanjila Farah, S.M. Najmul Mahmood, Shukriyo Shafkat Ahmed, Highest Distinction, Khadija Akhtar Shuki, Mohammad Toni Tasnim Ibn Razak, Iqtiza Ahmed Farooq,